Okay, today we're talking about Durum Carbon Limited Partnership, an investment I'm really excited about here at Raintree. It's new this year for us. It's available to our accredited investors, and we're really excited about why this is on trend from an investment perspective. So first of all, what is a carbon credit? Well, these are credits associated to industrial emissions. So not to be confused with carbon credits that are being paid or costs being paid at the pump or on your energy bills. This is exclusively for industrial emitters. These programs have been going on in Canada since the last decade or the 2000s. And they were launched really in an effort to reduce emissions by large emitters and reduce our carbon footprint as a country. The way that it works is that emitters are taxed based on targets that are created for them, whether they're power companies or large industrial emitters, oil and gas companies. And these taxes have been escalating over time to create more and more incentive for producers of carbon or emitters of carbon to reduce those emissions to their targets and below. What happens is if they don't meet their targets, then they pay tax. And as I said, that tax has been increasing. Or they can use a carbon credit, which is effectively an offset to their tax, to reduce their tax obligation. The way these credits are produced are through carbon reducing activities. So imagine power production using solar or wind, or even technologies that are reducing carbon loads at the emission source. And so those activities get awarded credits by the government, and it's an audited process. And then there's a market to trade these credits back and forth based on what the objectives are between emitters and producers of carbon credits. And it incentivizes the carbon reducers to engage in their projects, particularly if those projects would otherwise not be competitive with lower cost and generally higher carbon emitting activities. So that's the market. 3 reasons I'm really excited about this is, first of all, carbon pricing has been going up over time over the last decade or so. Last year, the carbon tax was $40 here in Canada, and the government has said verbally that they'd like to see that be $170 by 2030. You're also seeing this happen globally. There are lots of countries globally that are doing these types of programs to incentivize emission reduction, and we expect that to continue and in fact accelerate. Second, Durum has a great team. We've worked with them for over 5 years. In this particular fund, they've also created what I think is an all-star board. Really excited about the team that they have managing this fund. And then finally, you're doing good with your money. And that's something that we can't always say about every type of investment. But environmental, social, and governance responsibility, the ESG movement, has been, again, another big trend that we've seen over the last number of years as people are more focused about not only meeting their bottom line goals or the return objectives, but also making sure that these companies are doing something good with their money. And in this case, we can say that's a resounding check mark. We hope you find Durum Carbon Limited Partnership really interesting, and certainly as interesting as we do.